Hi, everybody. It is March 19th. It is Wednesday, hump day. And I want to pre warn you that if you didn't know or not, I have a chihuahua named Posey in the studio with me today. So, forewarning, March 18th, courage to change. I came to Al Anon with a compulsion to focus on other people. I had a clear idea of how everyone should behave in every situation and felt very self righteous when they didn't follow my rules of conduct. When I realized that my own life was being neglected because all my attention was elsewhere, I had to make some major changes. Today, I still have to be vigilant. Today, I still have to be vigilant about minding my own business. I know that when my thoughts begin with he should or she shouldn't, I am probably in trouble. I don't have the answers for other people. I don't make the rules for appropriate behavior, good business contact, driver courtesy, or common sense. I don't know what is best for others because I don't know the lessons their higher power is offering them. I only know that if I'm caught up in what they should do or not do, I have lost my humility. I have also ceased to pay attention to myself. 9 times out of 10, I am focusing on someone else to avoid looking at something in my own life. Yikes. Let's read that again. This resonates with me. I came to Al Anon with a compulsion. A compulsion. Does that make sense to you? Knee jerk reaction, not thinking about it, just a compulsion to focus on other people. That's how I was built. I had a clear idea of how everyone should behave in every situation and felt very self righteous when they didn't follow my rules of conduct. When I realized that my own life was being neglected because all my attention was elsewhere, I had to make some major changes. Today, I still have to be vigilant about minding my own business. I know that when my thoughts begin with he should or she shouldn't, I am probably in trouble. I don't have the answers for other people. I don't make the rules for appropriate behavior, good business conduct, driver courtesy, or common sense. I don't know what is best for others because I don't know the lessons their higher power is offering them. I only know that if I'm caught up in what they should or shouldn't do, I've lost my humility. I have also ceased to pay attention to myself. 9 times out of 10, I'm focusing on someone else to avoid looking at something in my own life. Today's reminder: I grow in my ability to relate to others when I allow them to be exactly as they are. The greatest gift I can give to myself is my own attention. Okay, so this is a great reading, and there's so many different ways I can go with this. I'm going to dissect it instead. But I do want to tell you something. I've been in this program a long time. I've been working on this, my own recovery, for a long time, and I'm a work in progress. There's no perfection here. And a few months ago, I had a very good friend come and visit me, and two friends present, right? One of the friends was a very well-to-do, kind of hoity-toity, um, not hoity-toity, but you know what I mean, really prim and proper, a little bit older woman that had a beautiful home and beautiful linens, just gorgeous linens. And she had gone through all these linens and she was getting rid of a lot of stuff. She was downsizing. And so I was helping her decide what should go to family. I mean, these were really lovely things and really, just you just don't want to secondhand that kind of stuff. So, but you do. But first you go through it and see who needs what. So we put a couple packages together for a few of her nieces. And then we were um, going through some of the rest of it, and we were bagging it up to go to secondhand. Some of the stuff mismatched, not a full set, blah, blah, blah. Maybe a little stain on it or something. But really great stuff. And I had a friend come over while we were doing this, and he stopped by to say hi. Now, this guy is one of my best, oldest friends in the program. And he is as far from prim and proper as you could get. I mean, he's a rough guy, and think kind of motorcycle gang. been shot a couple times, little jail time, little prison, uh, but been now clean and sober for a long time and really helpful, really knows the program. Just the most wonderful soul on the planet. So I have these two people together, which are like night and day. And she says to him, I have all this stuff. Um, do you need anything? And I said, he doesn't want any of that. He doesn't need any of that. And he looked at me and he said, how do you know what I need? And wow, I had to laugh. And I said, you know what? You're right. I don't know what you need. I'm sorry. I mean, she wasn't even talking to me. She asked him, do you want any of this stuff? I'm getting rid of it. And is there anything in here you need? And I thought, there was things like dust ruffles. I didn't even know if he'd know what to do. Maybe he'd think they were curtains or something. I don't know. Um, but boy, that was a lesson, and she reminds me of it often. She says, oh boy, remember that time he really set you straight? And he was very nice about it. He just said, he looked at me and said, how do you know what I need? And, ooh, yikes, ouch. I didn't know. And you know what? He took the stuff and he used a lot of it. And then he gave to his daughters some of the things that he didn't need. And I don't know why I said that, but uh, it was a compulsion. It's a compulsion. It's just who I am. I just want to think I know. And I don't know where that comes from. I've thought about it a lot. Where does that come from? Let me go to the reading here. Where does it come from that I know? I know. I know how everyone should behave in every situation. I know how people should behave in business. I know how they should answer the phone, right? I know what order they should take the calls in. Should they help me first because I called or the person standing in front of them? I have an opinion. I think if you bothered yourself enough to get up and go down there in person, you should get help before the person on the phone, right? And I've told people that. My rules of how to behave. Common sense. Well, that's just common sense. You should know that, right? So I have this compulsion. And when I came to Al Anon, someone said to me one day, why don't you just stay in your own hula hoop? And I say that a lot. I haven't said it a lot lately, but I used to say it all the time. In fact, I had one beautiful woman who follows me for a long time, and she embroidered me these dish towels that say, stay in my hula hoop. And it's this cute little guy in a hula hoop. And I mean, it was kind of my trademark, but it's so true. Can I just stay in my own hula hoop today? Most of the time I find myself in other people's hula hoops. I did a talk several years ago where I talked about that I was such a people pleaser. I had no identity of my own. And when I started dating someone, I just moved out of my hula hoop and into theirs. And I started to live their life. I helped them run their business. I helped them raise their kids if they had children. I helped them run their house. I organized their closets. I helped them with their laundry. I became like their mother, right? And I wonder why that relationship didn't work, very unhealthy. And most of the time they got very resentful. At first they loved it, right? And then it was like, get out of my hula hoop. So relationship would end. I'd sulk back to my hula hoop and I found that it was empty because I'd abandoned everybody in my world to be with this person. And it was dusty and full of cobwebs, and I didn't want to be there, so I'd start seeking out someone else's hula hoop. So this idea, I think, comes from one thing. It makes me feel safe to think that I know what everybody needs to do. Makes me feel somehow safe, like there's order in the world, and it makes me feel needed. and it makes me feel right. It's all ego, right? It's all ego. So that's what it says. It says, blah, 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 blah. I'm caught up in what they should do because I don't want to think about what I should do. What should I do? What do I need to do? How do I need to take care of me and my hula hoop today? You know, and it's hard. And I think that's one of the blessings of going to Al Anon. When my mother first went to Al Anon, when I was first getting sober, like 30 years ago, maybe almost 40 years ago, um, my mother started going to Al Anon. They highly recommended it at the treatment center I went to. And she went to Al Anon, and she started her gimmick there, her taking care of people there. I mean, there was lots of people to take care of in Al Anon. They all had problems. And, somebody set her straight and said, no, 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 you're not coming here to look after us. You're going to look after you. We're going to look after us. And, it's very difficult. This part of it is to say, I don't know. But like it says, by me interfering in someone else's life, they have their own hula hoop. They have their own life schedule, their own lesson learning schedule that the universe has set up for them. And I'm interfering in it. And I might not like it. And I might not think it's what they need or what they deserve. I might not think it's I don't know. And this is such a freeing thing. At first, it felt lazy to me. It felt uncaring and cold. But you know what? It's really humbling, like it says in the reading, to say, I don't know. A lot of people ask me, well, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think? I want you to try that. Try it today. Try it for this week. I want you to try to say a couple times, I don't know. I don't know. Just try it and mean it sincerely. Don't say it mean like, I don't know. No, say, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this? I don't know. Right? I like to think that I know. And this has been really helpful to me with the world temperature right now because I am determined that I know what's happening, what's going to happen, and I'm upset. Like I'm affected by this world situation, and I don't care what side you're on. It's so polarized now that people on one side think they know and people on the other side think they know, but we don't know. I mean, yes, history will tell us this and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is I need to take care of me and my own household. I need to try to look after my community, the people in my community. I need to be as informed as I can, but I can't get stuck in that I'm right, you're wrong. Because I don't know what your thing is. I don't know what your story is. I don't know what your history is. I don't know what your experience is, your background. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know anything about that. I just want to be right. And it's a lonely place to be. And I'd like to say to you, parents out there that are listening right now, you don't know. You don't know if your kid's supposed to go to college. You don't know if they're supposed to work at McDonald's. You don't know if they're supposed to marry Jack Black or Brad Pitt or, Charles Manson. You don't know. You don't. You think you know, but you don't know because you don't know what God has in store for this person. You don't know what they've got planned, what their life lessons are. You don't know. And I'm really wish I would have known that when I had a small child because I really was determined that I knew. I knew she had to go to college. I knew she had to get straight A's. I knew she had to do this. I knew she had to do that. And you know what? God yanked that all out from underneath me with an illness. And I realized, I don't know. I don't know. I have to be humble enough to say, God, this is your child, right? I birthed it. I'm here to protect it, keep it safe and fed. But they have a life of their own. They have their own hula hoop. Go figure. I thought when my child was born, they were born into my hula hoop. And we'd be in hula hoop heaven forever, but that's not the case. So think about the reading today. Think about saying, I don't know. You know, I don't know. It's a relief. And when you realize your own life is being neglected because you're so worried about what everyone else is doing, um, it's a break. This really is a break. This is a Wednesday hump day. I get a break day reading. And I hope you take it that way. I really hope you think about that the next time you say. Now, the other thing is, it says this, the writer of this says, I know that when my thoughts begin with he should or she shouldn't, I'm probably in trouble. There's another sign for me. When I start judging, um, that's a sure sign that this person is off base. They're not doing it right. I got a great example. I'm a big, I'm more into routine than anything else, but I love watching Jeopardy. And I watch Jeopardy with this one friend of mine. And we just enjoy watching Jeopardy. If we're not together, I'll watch Jeopardy and she'll watch Jeopardy wherever she's at, but we'll talk about it, or we'll be on the phone together yelling out what we think are the answers, and we're never right, but sometimes, and we learn a lot, and it's just fun. It's something we do together. I don't watch Jeopardy like if she's out of town or on vacation or something. I don't watch Jeopardy on my own. It's just something I do with her. I really like it. It's just something. I got another friend I do Wordle with that. I'll do Wordle and they do Wordle across the country, and then I'll just say something like three times and they'll say two times how many times it took us to get it. So anyway, I divert. And right before Jeopardy is Wheel of Fortune. So I usually watch Wheel of Fortune as well. Just because I'm really good at it. It boosts my confidence. But when they changed the hosts, they changed from what was his name? Pat Sajak recently retired after like 45 years, and Alan, or what's his name, Seacrest, Ryan Seacrest took over, right? And I was judgmental at first. I was like, oh my God, he's so stupid, he's not doing it right. And I really got some compassion. Like, how hard would it be to take over somebody's job that had been doing it for 45 years? And Vanna White stayed on. That must have been really hard for her to take on a new person. She must have really wanted to pick him apart, but she didn't. And I've come to realize he's doing a really good job. He's really good at the role. It's changed the game completely. And I think it's brought in a lot of new viewers, and he's really doing a swell job. He seems less sarcastic. Pat Sajak was kind of mean and sarcastic to the contestants, if you ask me. But Ryan Seacrest is genuinely happy for them, encouraging, caring, and kind. I got a friend that came over the other day and we turned it on. She goes, oh, I hate this guy. I said, who? Ryan Seacrest? I hate him. Look at that suit. Why is his suit so tight? You know, why, why, he's always got his hands in his pockets. I said, what the hell? I said, you're judging this guy on that? I think he's doing a pretty good job. Oh, I hate him. I said, have you ever watched the show since he's taken over? No, but look at him. And again, I saw myself, and that's why I'm laughing. I thought, God, if that's not me. And I said, well, change is hard. What are you gonna say? And she hates him. She just hates him. And that's okay. I don't care. But I really got to see that that's how I start is judging. I start with that. I think I know what you should do. You should have your hands out of your pockets. You have a you have a suit on like Pat Sajak wore. You should probably do your hair like him, and you know what I mean? Just silliness. So I love the reading, and I love you. If you're not having a great day today, why? Why not? You're the only one. that's going to make your day great. No one's showing up in a few minutes to do that for you. So think about it. Shake things off, let it go, start your day over, whatever you got to do. If you're having trouble with your days, I got a great, it's free. Go to my link in the show notes and print out the daily meditations. And there's a meditation to read in the morning and one to read at night. And I want you to start doing that. And if you do that every day for 30 days, you're going to watch a shift in your own perception. You're going to watch things change. Okay. So there's a free tool for you and free advice and free love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.